Gambling is virtually everywhere. It's not just taking a car ride to purchase a lottery ticket or to visit a casino. It's now on our TVs with sports betting, in our churches with raffles and bingos, in our homes with kids and adults gaming, and it is always on our phones, allowing gambling to happen anywhere at any time. And we know throughout the country, gambling is on the rise. In a study done in 2021 on gambling attitude and experiences, it was found that gambling has grown. And some areas that saw the biggest gains were internet gambling, which grew by 15%, sports betting that grew by 20%, and fantasy sports participation, which grew from 17% to 24% during that same time period. Most popular forms of gambling may be illegal in Alabama, but gambling takes place on a daily basis in Alabama. Not only are we surrounded by gambling on every border, it also exists within the state, and gambling is everywhere in Alabama. And we know 95% of people who gamble do so responsibly. Only 5% of those who gamble do not and may develop a problem.
I can't believe how gambling and the addiction, to me, it's like a drug. It's crazy. And by the way, I've never done drugs.
So how do we help? We are the Alabama Council on Compulsive Gambling. We're a 501(c) nonprofit established in 2012. We are a gambling-neutral organization, and our mission is to provide resources and counseling to those in Alabama with gambling problems, train those in behavioral health fields to help clients with gambling problems, and educate groups and the public about responsible gambling and potential gambling problems through awareness campaigns. We provide resources and counseling to the people of Alabama with gambling problems throughout the state, regardless of their ability to pay. An individual living within the state simply has to dial 211 or the national hotline number 1-800-GAMBLER as seen by our billboards across the state. Or search for gambling help nearby. Those who need help can call us directly or send a secure and private message to our coordinator. Information for the nearest meetings, resources, or trained counselors to allow that individual to get the help they need regardless of their ability to pay. We also train those in behavioral health fields to help clients with gambling disorder. We hold low-cost and free webinars and workshops throughout the state to provide knowledge on updates and changes that may occur. For counselors, social workers, and certified rehabilitation counselors throughout the state. We create workshops that not only provide much-needed content to professionals, but also allow them to gain continuing education hours required for license renewal. Our workshops cover a wide variety of topics to help professionals gain the skills needed to work with clients with gambling problems and, more importantly, their families. They learn to identify gambling disorder, fully assess the client and their needs, then develop skills to work with and treat the client and their families. Most college-level programs for those in these fields focus on treatment and prevention of substance abuse disorder. So our program gives these professionals information and strategies needed to work with those that suffer from a gambling problem. And the feedback from these workshops and webinars has been all positive, as these professionals want to gain more knowledge about gambling and gambling disorder.
I was very unprepared to work with the problem gambling population. I came into the training with with an addiction knowledge. I'm in South Alabama, pretty much 20 to 40 minutes away from either of those states, Mississippi and Florida. We see gambling all the time, whether it's people going to different states or whether they're, practicing gambling behavior right here with sports gambling. I am seeing more people, yes, but I have 2 or 3 currently now that I'm working with. 2 that's directly dealing with problem gambling as their primary issue, and then others that are actually presenting with other things that we're noticing and recognizing that gambling is an issue for them as how they use to cope with their other conditions. I love the fact that I have a hub. And not just for me, I can, inform my clients about this resource and their family members about the resources, that the Alabama Council on Compulsive Gambling creates. I have one contact. I can contact, the council and say, hey, we're dealing with this. Can you send me resources on this? Or I can, like I said, share that information with my clients or family members, and they feel more comfortable because it's less threatening in a therapy environment. It's less threatening for them to contact the council.
At this point, we have over 50 counselors trained throughout the state, and these counselors are able to cover about 60% of the state for in-person sessions. Our goal is to have a trained counselor in each county throughout the state to ensure a client is able to meet with a counselor in person if preferred. Lastly, our council educates groups and the public through awareness campaigns. These campaigns promote responsible gambling and gaming and inform the people of Alabama of the signs of problem gambling, as well as prevention strategies and sources of help available to them. To deliver our message across the state, we have created campaigns that are targeted to different populations, like these public service announcements.
All during our lives, we've heard the words gamble and bet.
I bet I can make this putt.
Life's a gamble.
Do you want to buy a chance to win a new truck?
While most of this is quite innocent, there are some people who are more serious about gambling and have bet far more than they can afford to. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, there is help. Simply call 211 and we'll get you the help you need. We're the Alabama Council on Compulsive Gambling, reminding you to gamble responsibly, but don't bet your life on it. There are 3 phases in the life of the problem gambler: beg, borrow, and steal. In the beg stage, you're losing your money. It's running out, and you beg and lie to get money from family and friends. The borrow stage borrows against your credit cards and mortgages your possessions. Finally, you hit bottom and begin to steal to cover your losses. We beg you to call us in the beg phase. We can help keep you from the borrow and steal phase. Call 211 today for the help you need.
We are the state affiliate to the National Council on Problem Gambling, whose purpose is to serve as the national advocate for programs and services for those with gambling problems and their loved ones. Through this affiliation, we are able to access educational workshops and information from national studies, such as the data pictured here. Alabama is 2 times the national average for sports bet placed for real money in the area of college football. Although this fact is crystal clear on any fall Saturday in the South, studies like this allow us to develop awareness and prevention campaigns to make an impact on the citizens of Alabama. We provide information on sports betting statistics and prevention, and have developed a campaign with the Alabama High School Athletic Association geared toward delivering sports betting statistics and prevention information to high school athletes, parents, and coaches. And work to connect with colleges across the state to develop campaigns that educate young adults on the facts of responsible gambling and finances. Banners like this can be made available to college stadiums and tailored to fit the need of the institution. We also develop campaigns to promote responsible gaming and help individuals learn to set limits on time and money spent on gaming, no matter what form it takes. Since our state has a high population of military and veterans, we've developed the specific campaign to address gambling among this population. Posters such as these can be found at Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs service offices and also National Guard Reserve offices, posts, and bases. We sponsor organizations across the state and present at conferences in order to inform organizations of our awareness campaigns, trainings, and resources. In our 10 years of service to the people of Alabama, we've accomplished our mission. We treat persons with gambling problems on a daily basis. We train licensed counselors to become certified gambling counselors. And we provide responsible gambling and gaming information to the public. We hope you enjoyed hearing a little something about our organization and what we do. If you'd like more information on any of the topics discussed, please contact us. Thank you for your time.